Hello and welcome to our IDS Fireside Talk. My name is Patrick Schick and I'm your host today. Together with the members of our executive board, Jan Hartmann and Alexander Lewinsky, we will have a review of 2022 and an outlook to 2023 and get some insights what IDS is planning for the upcoming years. Jan, Alex, very welcome.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Nice to be here.
We would like to directly jumpstart into the session, and I would ask you if there is one word to describe 2022, which word would you choose? Jan, please start.
In a single word, it was really volatile.
I would say it was really challenging for us.
A volatile and challenging year. I think a lot of people would say that 2022 was a volatile and challenging year, or using words with a similar meaning for us all. So, to get a little bit deeper into the topic, what was volatile and challenging for IDS in the last year, we would talk about some questions. I've put questions here in this bag. And for the next time, it's now on you. You pick a question that we get a bit of chance into the session. You pick it, and then you answer directly this question. For sure, the other one then can help. I would say, Alex, just start and take a question.
Oh, wrong side. My question is, or our question, what are you particularly proud of in 2022? I would say we are really proud of our ERP system. We got our new SAP S/4HANA system. We had our go live in January 22, and it was a really challenging time for us before or during the whole process of starting with the ERP system. And I'm also really proud of our redesign from our USB cameras, because we here also faced several issues concerning supply topics. And here we did a total redesign of our products in order to be or to deliver products in a really short time period.
I would add, I'm really proud of the whole team, the whole IDS team, because all the projects you mentioned were not possible without an amazing team behind, without the people who did our ERP project, who did all redesigns. So without an amazing IDS team, the last year would not be possible.
Okay, I think good topics to be proud of. So, Jan, it would be now on you to take the next card.
So the next question is, what issues did IDS face in 2022 and how were they addressed? I think we had multiple issues. On the first hand, the biggest issue we all were facing this year was the chip supplying crisis. So a lot of our chips we had in our products were not available anymore from one day to the other. So we had to think, what can we do to face the situation, like the redesigns Alex mentioned before. Another big issue we had was through the SAP change into SAP. We had a lot of work to do to get to know the system, to see more. It's fun. To see how the system works and to learn how we have to adapt our processes to the new system.
It's our IDS dog.
Yeah. So this was the main issues we had in year 2022.
Okay, delivery issues and in combination with the setup of our new ERP system, yeah, also from my point of view, I could say this was really tough things to handle. So we have one more, Alex.
Yes.
Would you take
I will
it?
take it. I have another question. We have to answer together. As everybody knows, this year was the Vision Show, and you were asking, looking back, what impressions did you take away from the fair? Yeah, really good question. I think it was the first Vision Show we had without any Corona restriction. Really nice to meet everybody without a mask. We had really good conversations. We met our customers, our partners, suppliers, the whole group of machine vision industry. We met there, had really good meetings, and we're really proud of presenting our new AI camera, the Malibu camera, the first time. And also we showed several new products concerning a 10 gig E camera, our Warp 10 camera, up to 45 megapixel sensor, as well as our entry level USB cameras, the XLE and the XCP camera. And I think we also, we had the new autofocus XC camera on the USB 3 platform. I think these are the main topics. We're really proud that we have presented at the Vision Show.
Yeah, I think our whole sales team was really happy to be out again, visit the customers at the show. It is really important for us to see our customers and our suppliers during the show. And really, as Alex mentioned, I think it's really good to see without a mask like we had last year, but finally like a normal vision again.
Thanks. Would there be one specific highlight you could name of the Vision Show, which were outstanding, maybe for the complete market?
I would say it's our Vision Peer, right? It's a really unique approach to get in contact with our customers. When they're facing issues, they can go to Vision Peer, and then they have the camera components like from IDS, but in combination with solution partners, concerning AI or non-AI. And I think this is really a unique approach from IDS, and I think this will be also the future.
I think we should now change the focus a bit and have a look in the upcoming years, especially 2023, and what's going on there, what is IDS planning. Therefore, again, we prepared some questions, which I would put into the back here. And who started last? Yeah, Jan.
Oh, I start. So the first question is, for 25 years, the company's slogan has been, "It's so easy." What makes the slogan particularly visible at present? So we are facing a lot of issues in last year, as we mentioned earlier. So for the following year, and what we are planning at the moment, is to bring "It's so easy" more into focus. To focus on make the use of our products easier for our customers. For example, with our Peak software, to make it more usable and accessible for a lot of customers. And also, like Alex mentioned, Vision Peer is an approach to make it easier for our end users of the products to solve their problem, to find a perfect solution. So the easiness is one of our main topics also for the upcoming year.
Mm-hmm. And I would think we combine this in our IDS ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
Here we're really trying to give the customer the opportunity to solve their topics or their challenges, I would say, in a easier way, because we have to not just we don't just to provide cameras. We want to give it more knowledge and to solve faster issues.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why we focus so much on AI, because with artificial intelligence, a lot of problems our customers were facing or are facing at the moment were a lot harder to solve with like the current technology. With AI, a lot of problems are really easier to solve than before.
You mentioned AI now more than one time. Could you give us maybe a specific point where AI is directing to, where IDS is directing with artificial intelligence?
So we have AI is one of the main topics we'll focus in the next years. In the beginning, of course, our NXT Intelligent Edge camera, where we presented the IDS NXT Malibu on the Vision Show. So faster camera, faster inference, but also with our NXT Lighthouse software. It's easier to train, easy to use. For example, when it comes to problems in, for example, agriculture, where not every product is looking really the same, only it looks similar. And these are problems we think we can solve really easy with AI.
Okay, thanks. A lot of interesting things to expect. Alex,
Next question for me.
it's on you.
Hopefully I picked the right one. The question is, how will the market develop in the coming years in 23? Yeah, we think in spite of the economic topics we have at the moment and the energy crisis, we are still quite optimistic for IDS for the year 23. Why? I think the big advantage from IDS is that we have really many markets or many customers which are serving many different markets. And here we are seeing at the moment really big new projects. And based on the decision that we did a redesign of the USB cameras or from the whole IDS product portfolio, we will be also able to deliver in a shorter time period and in a predictable time period. And therefore we see a 2-digit growth for IDS in 23.
Okay, thank you very much.
Just think I'm up
I think it's the last one.
Oh, I don't think it's the last one. Maybe it's the last one in the back.
So the next question is, how will the camera portfolio develop in the new year? So we have multiple things we focus on. Like, as we already mentioned, we started in 2022 a major redesign of nearly all of our USB cameras. We are still in the rollout of the last few models of this new USB 3 portfolio. Also, we are developing different platforms also in the Gigabit Ethernet area. And what we are also focusing on is the entry-level cameras. We released in the last 2 years a lot of XLE and XCP entry-level cameras. And we want to broaden the range in this entry-level with more sensors, more possibilities how to use these cameras. And also on the other end of the portfolio, we definitely want to focus on higher speed Gigabit Ethernet cameras. For example, like the Warp 10 or 10 Gigabit Ethernet cameras, which results in higher speeds and the possibility to use high resolution sensors.
And this is concerning 2D, right? We also see a big market, growing market in 3D.
Yeah.
And here we are really with our partner in Sensor, Optonic, we're really planning to develop further 3D cameras for new markets, for new customers. Also a really big topic.
Okay, so we talked now about the market development, what we as IDS would like to develop as a product and where we see our strengths in looking at usability, making the customer's life more easier. Therefore, I reserved the last question now for me. It wasn't in the back. Could you compile this together for us into a company vision? What's the IDS company vision going with this?
In one sentence, we want to focus on the I in IDS, on the imaging part. So to broaden our field of products, focus on imaging software, especially with AI, to get to know our end customer. This is, mainly combined it into one sentence. Maybe you want to add up a bit more in detail.
No, it was quite good from your side. I think our vision for our customers is that they can solve, as I mentioned before, that they can solve their challenges in machine vision with our ecosystem really easy and fast.
Yeah, to solve it easy by themselves with our cameras, with our 2D cameras or 3D cameras, with Peak, with the UA cameras, or with NXT, which is makes it easier to solve by themselves AI solutions, or with Vision Peer, when the customers do not have the knowledge, the time to solve their problems by themselves. They can go to Vision Peer and find the perfect solution provider to tackle their problem.
Cool, that sounds pretty exciting. Thanks for sharing this vision. And if you want to follow the steps, which is IDS going to get this vision into real life, I would say just follow us on LinkedIn or subscribe to our newsletter to get first-hand insights. What are the next steps IDS is going? Alex and Jan, thank you very much for this interesting talk.
Thank you, Patrick.
And at the end, we wish all our customers, partners, suppliers, and for sure the whole IDS team relaxing Christmas time. And we hope to see you next year on the one or the other event live to get in contact. Stay healthy and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.